Member from Parkdale-High Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This question is to the acting premier. Before the last election, the former Minister of Transportation promised that the Union-Pearson Express would be electrified by 2017. But after the election, the government said electrification would have to wait until as late as 2024 as a new environmental assessment is completed. That EA was supposed to have been completed last month, but it hasn't even started. Instead, the government announced another, quote, pre-consultation, unquote, further delaying progress on electrification. Will the minister tell us exactly when the last diesel train will run on the UP Express?
Good question. Thank you.
Minister of Transportation.
Minister of Transportation.
Thanks very much, Speaker. I'd like to thank the member for her question this morning. I understand, not only in her community, but in particular in communities like Davenport, Parkdale-High Park, and York South-Weston, there is a great deal of interest in this particular topic, Speaker. What I can tell that member, and she would know this, I believe, is that in my mandate letter that I received from the Premier in 2014, it was clearly spelled out that I was responsible for delivering on GO Regional Express Rail, which happens to include the electrification of the Kitchener corridor and the entirety of the UP Express corridor, all the way to the airport, Speaker, and that, consistent with our mandate from the people of Ontario, that work was to be completed within 10 years from 2014. The member knows this. 2024 is the point at which we are committed to delivering on the full picture of GO Regional Express Rail, and we are on track to deliver within that time frame. Thank you very much.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, back to the minister. The minister, by the way, also keeps delaying progress on GO Rail electrification. But the minister is willing to accelerate the construction of a 1.5-kilometre bridge that will carve a scar through the Davenport neighbourhood. The minister refuses to consider the benefits of a tunnel or a trench, as proposed by the City of Toronto, instead of the super bridge, and it's becoming clear that the trains running along this bridge will in fact be diesel, not electric. Why is the minister fast-tracking a 1.5-kilometre super bridge through Davenport and steamrolling over community concerns while dragging his feet on the electrification of Regional Express Rail and the UP Express?
Thank you, Minister.
Speaker, thanks very much. I actually don't know where to begin with all of the unfortunate allegations, I suppose, that are contained in that particular question. First of all, let me say right off the top, the member of provincial parliament for the riding of Davenport, who's sitting right back there, has been such a staunch champion for her community on this particular issue and all of the issues relating to this. And the member asking the question would know that we conducted, organized by the member from Davenport, that we conducted a town hall meeting in that community so that I could specifically hear loudly and clearly the concerns of the community, Speaker. But I find it remarkable that member would, on the one hand, want to say, why aren't you delivering transit more quickly? And on the other hand, say, why are you working so hard to deliver transit so quickly, Speaker? Again, it's completely consistent with the bizarre approach of Ontario's NDP. They claim they want more, but they don't want to deliver more, Speaker. The member from Davenport, our Premier, and this team are, in fact, delivering more. Thanks very much, Speaker.